Where are the best neighborhoods and the worst neighborhoods for you and your family to move to in central Hamilton? As this is a large area and is broken down into 7 distinct different communities, being downtown, central, West Hamilton, East Hamilton, North Hamilton, Hamilton Beach, and the industrial sector. So these 7 communities all have their different pros and cons, look and feel. And by the time you finish watching this video here, you'll know the best communities for your family, as well as those communities to avoid. So if you're new here, my name is Matthew. I'm a local realtor, and this is my channel where I share everything about what it's like living in Hamilton and the surrounding cities. And recently I've had a bunch of people reach out looking to buy here. So if that's you as well, feel free to send me a message. Otherwise, let's just jump on into it and first discuss downtown Hamilton. And this is located in the core of Hamilton. And if you enjoy that hustle and bustle lifestyle with a bunch of amenities within walking distance from your door, this is probably the best area for you, as it's going to have the bus public transit with a variety of bus routes running throughout it. But here you're also going to find a variety of different amenities to capitalize on. As first, you have Jackson Square, which is one of the 2 flagship malls located throughout Hamilton. But here you also have the First Ontario Centre and Concert Hall, where you can go catch a Hamilton Bulldogs game or a Toronto Rock lacrosse game, or you can go see one of the many events and shows that happen in the Concert Hall. Then also in this neighborhood here, you have the largest farmers market, the Hamilton Farmers Market, which is an indoor market that happens year-round for you to go pick up some local fresh produce as well as support local businesses. But also in this downtown area here, you have the iconic Hess Street, which is full of a variety of different bars, clubs, and restaurants for you to enjoy on your evenings or weekends. And then also in this area here, you're going to find some of the best restaurants throughout Hamilton, especially along James Street, and King William Street has some of my favorite restaurants like Cowabunga Pizza, Merritt Brewery, The Mule, and Handbook. Now, when you're looking for real estate in this area here, where you're primarily going to find is condo options to choose from, as this made up 52% of the total real estate sold. And this is where the majority of condo options are found throughout Hamilton, with a lot more investments coming in the recent years. As recently, there's just been a few buildings finished construction now, and even more projected to start construction in the next few years. Then if you're looking for a detached home or townhome in this community here, you're primarily going to find those classic early 1900s large red brick detached homes surrounding the outskirts of the downtown area. And this area here is especially popular with those young professionals who are maybe moving outside of Toronto but are still looking for that condo lifestyle with ease of access to a variety of different amenities just a short walk away from your doorstep. Then the next area that surrounds downtown, let's chat about, is central Hamilton. And this is located really in the middle of Hamilton, surrounding the downtown area and bordering the Niagara Escarpment. And when you break it down, you can really see it. The west side, you have the Kirkendall neighborhood, or the east side, you have Gage Park and the Deltas neighborhood. And this area here is popular, especially with those young families who are looking to get into a mature neighborhood with some great detached options to choose from. Now, some of my favorite amenities when living in this community here is first, you have Tim Hortons Field, the home of the Hamilton Tiger Cats and Forge FC. So if you're living on the east side of central Hamilton, this is where you're going to find that community there. However, both on the east and west side, you're going to have popular streets with their own local restaurants for you to choose from. On the east side, you have Ottawa Street, which has a variety of different businesses like the original first ever Tim Hortons found here, Mike's Sub, and Merck Snack Bar. But then on the west side, you have Locke Street, which is home to Earth to Table Bread Bar, Donut Monster, and Maddie's Hot Chicken. And what's also great about living in the central part of Hamilton here, because it is a mature neighborhood, you're going to have great access to some amazing parks. And regardless of which area you choose, there's going to be a lot of outdoor space for you to capitalize on the weekends. As out to the east, you have Gage Park with all the great amenities, greenhouse, outdoor stage, and gardens it has to offer you. But then out to the west, you have Tradoke Golf Course, as well as the Tradoke Rail Trail, which really runs along the entirety of the base of the escarpment, giving you great trails to explore, maybe with a furry friend. And then as for the real estate found in this community here, this made up 41% of the total real estate found in central Hamilton, with the majority being detached homes really built in the early 1900s up until the 1930s that have either been renovated from top to bottom on the inside with luxurious finishings, or have been converted into a duplex and triplex, perfect for any investors looking to get an investment property, or any young couples or families that are looking to house hack and rent out a portion of their home. And as a rule of thumb, the further east and north you go in this area here, the cheaper the homes are going to be, as well as their size is going to get a bit smaller, where the more you head west and south, the more you're going to find those large detached homes that are a little bit more expensive. Then the next area that we're going to check out is West Hamilton, and this is located, in my opinion, everything west of the 403 and is in between Dundas and Ancaster, and this includes neighborhoods like Westdale and Annesley Wood. And this community here is really great for any families who are maybe outgrowing their current townhome or detached home and are looking for a larger detached home that still offers some great walkability both to local businesses and great nature outdoors. As overall, this community here is centered around McMaster University and Sick Kids Hospital. So you're gonna see a vibrant community both with students and young families capitalizing on these neighborhoods here. As not only do you have McMaster, but you also have some great schools with Westdale Public High School and St. Mary's Catholic High School, ranking two of the best high schools throughout Hamilton. As well as in this area here, you're also going to find some great elementary schools to choose from. Then within a walking distance, especially if you're living in the Westdale neighborhood, you're going to find Coots Paradise, which is a large conservation area that has preserved in its natural habitat and perfect and ripe for you to explore on one of the many walking trails here. And then when you're living in Westdale, like I mentioned, you're just a short walk away from some many local restaurants. So some of my favorite when I attended McMaster University, first would be Basta-Leaks, the next one would be Snooty Fox, which is great for some drinks and karaoke, and then of course the Paisley Coffee House to get some work done and enjoy a latte. And if you're not looking for a coffee and want something a little stronger, you also have two different breweries located on the east side of West Hamilton in Grain and Grin and Fairweather Brewery. And then another plus about living in this community here is you do get access to some great public transit options, because McMaster is a big bus hub with a lot of people coming in from around the city to attend McMaster University. But also at McMaster, you have the Go bus stop, which is going to have a variety of different bus routes taking you to the surrounding cities. And then as for the real estate in this community here, this made up about 7% of the total sales that happened throughout Hamilton, and it's primarily detached homes that were built between the 1930s and 1960s. As here, you're going to find homes that are close to McMaster that have been converted into student rentals, and then as you move more to the outskirts, closer to Coots Paradise or closer to Dundas or Ancaster, that's where you're going to find a variety of families living amongst them as well. Then on the opposite side of Hamilton, you have East Hamilton, and this is really locating the central part of Hamilton and bordering Stony Creek, with some of the neighborhoods truly tucked into the Niagara Escarpment. And this area has seen an influx of those young families and young couples looking for a detached home, as this area here is typically more affordable compared to the West End. However, these are for families that maybe want to be a little bit further separated from the downtown area of Hamilton. And some great amenities that you have here is, first, you have easy access to Eastgate Square Mall, which is a mall located in Stony Creek, but you also, like the other areas, have great access to some green spaces, as you have the Red Hill Valley Trail that runs north to south on this area here, but you also have Confederation Park, which is bordering Lake Ontario and offers wild waterworks as well as Adventure Village. And then perhaps a historic charm you need to check out when living in the east end of Hamilton is the Playhouse Cinema, which has been around showing movies for more than 100 years. And then if you like golf, this area, like Central Hamilton, also offers some golf courses in Kings Forest Golf Club and Glendale Golf Club. Now in total for the real estate, this made up 27% of the real estate sold in Central Hamilton. And like the other areas, primarily here you're going to find detached homes. However, However, here you're also going to find a better mixture of townhomes and condos to choose from, as the majority of homes in this area here were built between the 1950s and 1980s, with the detached homes being typically slightly smaller compared to the West or Central Hamilton, as these ones here will be a lot of bungalows, 1.5-story homes, as well as a few 2-story homes to choose from, making it a perfect spot for anyone that is looking for an affordable home to get started in. Then the next area let's take a look at is North Hamilton, and this is located on the north side of Hamilton, in between the Hamilton Harbor and downtown Hamilton. And as more investment gets poured into downtown Hamilton and we see it expand, this area here is also going to benefit greatly, as here we are going to see some of the biggest developments coming in, like Pier 8, which is going to be a massive revitalized community center that's being built in the next coming years. But also here you have some great parks to capitalize on, as first you have Bayfront Park, which is a large park to walk around, enjoy the beach, and also attend one of the many festivals that happen here. But you also have Pier 4 if you have a boat and you want to dock and store it somewhere. And then Pier 8, you also in the winter time are going to find an outdoor skating rink to enjoy. And like downtown Hamilton, this area here also has some great local businesses to choose from. As first you have Granddad's Donuts, but you also have Hutch's Ice Cream Shop and Collective Arts Brewery, which are all great options to choose from when living in this area here. Then also when you're in this community here, you're also right beside the primary GO station currently in Hamilton that has a train going to Union Station every hour, which is West Harbor GO Station here. Now, as for the real estate, because this is a small area of central Hamilton, it only made up about 5% of the total real estate sold, with about 80% of that being detached homes. However, in the coming years, you can also expect to see a lot of new townhome and condo options to come in, like the Pier 8 project we mentioned just shortly. Then the next area you need to check out if you're interested in living close by the water would be the Hamilton Beach, as this is tucked right below the Hamilton Escarpment, and here you're going to find a small collection of detached homes that are located right in between Burlington and downtown Hamilton and are right along the beachfront of Hamilton. And one of the great amenities of living here, other than the easy access to Lake Ontario, you get Barangas on the Beach, which is a great restaurant to go enjoy some afternoon drinks or go play some beach volleyball games here. Now, in total, this only made up about 1% of the real estate sold in Hamilton, so you're not going to find many options to choose from. So if you want to live in this area here, make sure you keep your pulse on the market. And then the next area let's check out is the industrial sector, and this is located right beside the industrial area of Hamilton along the Nikola Tesla Way, where you're going to find factories like Stelco and DeFasco working on producing what Hamilton is known for, the Steel City. And in this area here, you're going to find some of the most affordable detached homes throughout the entire city here. As here, primarily what you're going to find are those 2-story detached homes, a few 2.5-story, and a bunch of 1.5-story detached homes to choose from. That is a great home to get into the market, build some equity, and then flip it for a bigger home down the line here. So if you are interested in a detailed market analysis in this area or the other communities we've chatted about so far, feel free to send me a message. I'd be happy to help you out. Otherwise, if you're learning what other areas are possibly right for you in Hamilton, the next video I'd recommend you go check out is my video covering the pros and cons of each of those areas. So you can find that video right here. Otherwise, I hope you have a great day.